I'm Adam Collins. This is CricBuzz Centerstage here in Bristol, where Australia begins tomorrow their World Cup defence against Afghanistan, who of course played in the tournament 4 years ago as well. And what a mighty story they have been since being admitted to full member status of the ICC. But most eyes will be on Australia tomorrow because Stephen Smith and David Warner, who are both batting behind me here as we speak, doing their range hitting, trying to take on the short boundary straight here at Bristol. They're playing their first competitive games for Australia since their sandpaper ban some 17 months ago. It's a huge day for Australian cricket in that respect. The former vice captain and the former captain, of course, have been under so much scrutiny, and they get an opportunity now to let their bats do the talking. Both have been in glittering form since returning to the Australian side in their warm-up games, especially Smith, who made 100 against England down in Southampton last week. And I'm sure there'll be plenty of booing. That's the expectation. Both Captain Aaron Finch and Coach Justin Langer have talked about that during the week, but I'm fairly confident they'll be able to at least take that in their stride to a certain extent, notwithstanding how hard it is to be booed by a big audience. I'm sure it'll be a packed house here at Bristol tomorrow. But for Australia in the way of selection, one bit of good news for them is that David Warner is fit to play. He hurt his right glute muscle during the week, and there was some suspicion that he might miss the game, but he passed his fitness test last night with flying colours. Confirmation as well from Aaron Finch that Warner will open the batting alongside the captain, and Usman Khawaja will be fighting it out with Shaun Marsh for the last batting spot. Whoever comes into that spot will bat at number 3 in the Australian side, ahead of Stephen Smith at number 4. As far as the bowlers are concerned, they've got options galore, and they're not willing to say who's going to play other than the fact that all members of their squad are in the offing for tomorrow. So keeping their cards close to their chest, it'll be really interesting to see where they land on that. Taking a longer lens on the Australian side and stepping back a little bit, the last time they were in the UK 12 months ago, they got flogged 5-0 by England in the one-dayers and lost their T20 as well. It was arguably the worst white ball tour they've ever had in the history of one-day cricket and T20 cricket. And Aaron Finch spoke about the journey they've been on in the 12 months since, not just about how happy they are as a squad, but the sort of internal development they've made, which brings them to this tournament feeling as though they're in a fantastic place.
Yeah, obviously winning helps that, no doubt. It was a really tough series last time we played here, 5-0 loss, but I think everyone's really enjoying each other's success, which is a huge part. I think when you're especially building up to a World Cup, when there's so much talk about selection and guys pushing really hard to maybe get that last spot or them last couple of spots, teams can go insular at times and start to look after your own performance and make sure that you're doing everything that you can to find that selection spot. But one thing that we're really conscious of and that we talk quite a bit about in the lead up to the last couple of series is that as soon as you start playing for yourself, it tends to go against you. And if you can do everything that you can for the team, that's looked favourably on it. And you look back in the history of cricket, guys that continually hung around and they might have been 12th man for a few tours, but they keep getting that extra tour because they're doing everything that the team needs. And then you get an opportunity, and like you think back to the 99 World Cup or 2003, Andy Bickle, he was just around the mark all the time, got an opportunity, and then played some really key roles in winning the tournament for Australia. So that was a message that you do everything that you can for the team and never put yourself before the team.
As for Afghanistan, I mentioned it off the top. What a remarkable story. 4 years ago in their first World Cup, they made a real statement. Since they've been admitted to full membership of the ICC, they've played Test cricket, they're a side on the rise, and over the course of the last 15 or 16 years, they have continued to leap over every hurdle in front of them. And maybe here at Bristol, which it's a track out there at the moment, a fraction brown in complexion, we're used to that here in Gloucestershire, but all the same, it should take the turn it usually does, especially if they get to bowl second. So the toss will be all important tomorrow. Afghanistan, what a story.
Obviously we have a great spin department as well, so I don't think if it's depend on the wickets of tomorrow game. So I know the Australia cricket team is also the players is world-class players, but it's depend on the day, so how our main bowlers, how they bowl to them. So inshallah, I have a confidence in my team and also the players, so how we prepared last 1 year. So inshallah, hope we will do best.
What's certain is that the Australian fast bowlers will try and take on Afghanistan with pace. We've seen in the 2 completed games of this tournament so far that fast short bowling has been influential, and don't doubt that's exactly what Australia will try tomorrow. Of course, when they come out to bat, whether it's first or second, all eyes will be on the former captain and the former vice captain in their first game of competitive cricket. Can't wait to bring you all the coverage tomorrow for CricBuzz Centerstage with Adam Collins. We'll talk to you then.